This is another episode of Buy the Dipshits, is where the dip creates the opportunity. I'm Mills.
I'm D. Lamage.
I'm JC.
On today's episode, he's an innovator, owner of Kick Reserve. I'm calling out to all my sneakerheads. If your sneakers are banged up, have scuff marks, stains, maybe your Air Force Ones creased in the front, or even your Yeezy soles turn yellow, I'm sure most definitely you want to get them restored or clean back to dead stock. Or possibly you just might want to keep your new kicks from ever being dirty with a super special stain repellent. Then you want to reach out to the connoisseur of bringing your kicks back to life, Johnny Cash. What up, my guy?
What's going on?
Oh, man.
It's a pleasure to be here with you guys, man. Thank you for having me.
Already, man.
Hey,
already. It's a blessing.
So, yeah, man, I've been telling a lot of people about the podcast and whatnot. And
Sure.
So hopefully a lot of my followers are definitely going to tune into this. And
listen, if they know what's better for them and know what's best, oh yeah, most definitely. Especially if you're a sneakerhead, you cannot want to hear what's about to go down. I mean,
most definitely, bro.
Sneakers is a big industry, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of sneakerheads across the globe. It ain't just here in the States. I mean, these things really, resales are crazy. So I know people want to listen to this to keep their sneakers and their footwear super fresh.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a very touchy topic, because a lot of people always question, I don't know how to clean my stuff right, or I don't know how to, do something to my sneakers without ruining the suede or ruining whatever special fabric is on it. And then that's when, we come in with what I do now and you don't have to worry anymore, and that's really something that is solid with every customer we've dealt with so far and everyone we're going to deal with in the future. So it's pretty amazing what we're doing here.
No doubt. So this is what I want to ask you, right? I mean, your company came up with this stain repellent. Give us the backstory on how you came about this whole solution, this repellent. Give us the backstory to that.
Well, the chemical that we use is a special chemical that was developed in a laboratory many, many years ago. And it's been redeveloped into new different types of spray technologies. And, my family has had some major involvement with the production of it. Right. So it's a exclusive product that's only available to certain channels. You can't just walk into a store and get this or order it for yourself, because obviously it has to be applied and distributed correctly and, professionally, because if not, it's not the type of product you can just have in your household,
Gotcha.
which is why, in turn, Kick Reserve is a service, not something that, we can send to people. Not that I wouldn't want to do that. I would love to, but that option is off the table right now. So, developing a long relationship with my family. I worked with my family for a long time in the carpet industry with interior designers and high-end places. And it was amazing, because we've been protecting houses for major celebrities, major billionaires. I don't want to name drop because that's tacky, but we've been all over the Hamptons, New York City, Westchester, Greenwich, Connecticut, major homes that people spend a lot of money to protect their fabrics, So I made some things happen after a long amount of time, me working and, wanting to cross over something into that realm, and I just, one day I decided, what, let me see how one of the products works on my clothes and my sneakers. And it kind of happened accidentally. I was like, I spilled some on one of my sneakers one day at work, and I went home and I spilled some, I guess, milk on me or whatever I was drinking at the table. And, I was wearing Yeezy. So of course I was worried.
Right.
And then I just noticed that it, the milk was spilling right off of my sneaker, not absorbing into the fabric. And I was just like, oh, wow, like it works, it works on everything, it's didn't really faze me at first, and then it hit me a couple of days later. And I said, let me create something here with this, because it's really hard to find something that doesn't damage the fabric or textile. Meaning, like, you know, when you have suede, if you spill water on it and it's not treated or protected, the pile is going to get crushed, which means it's going to look terrible. It's going to get absorbed into the fabric and maybe destroy it, ruin it, leave a stain, leave a mark. And with this technology, it doesn't. It just penetrates off. And with the testing that we've done, I mean, we've literally poured gallons and gallons of different dye, stains, drinks, everything that you could think of, we've poured on this stuff. And I mean, it would take so many times to penetrate the surface. But even if you do penetrate the spray and leave a stain or something like that, when you go to clean them, it's 95% easier, you know, and you have a chance to revive the shoe a lot more. But I would say 95% of the time spills bounce off this stuff because nobody's going to sit there and pour an entire gallon of orange juice on your sneaker.
Right. But wait, so how long does it actually last though? Being that you can, you know, it's on your sneaker and it is a repellent. How long can a person actually, you know, have it without it wearing off, or does it wear off?
That's a good question. I would say realistically, it lasts until you clean it. Now, that means that if you send me a pair of sneakers that's brand new and I treat it with my spray, or you get a package, there's multiple packages. I have other things I do to sneakers aside from the spray that can preserve them, like anti-oxidation treatment for the future. So stuff doesn't yellow while it's sitting in your closet. Right. But more importantly, if you send me a new pair of sneakers and I spray them and I wrap them for you, once I send them back to you wrapped and you leave them like that, I mean, you could leave them in your closet for 15, 20 years. It's never going to stop. It's never going to not work.
Crazy.
It doesn't dissipate. This is a real chemical that was developed like literally by scientists. I mean, it's not.
But hold on. Let's say this, right? Because we talked about this, you know, on the phone, Mike. I think it was last week or the beginning of this week, and you mentioned, right, that there's a water-based one out there that's really not the there's fishy one, and there's the oil-based one is the one that you guys somewhat created, correct?
Correct. I mean, there's different companies that have made different protectants in back in the day. Now, you know, people have to do their own homework and figure out what protectant is good for what fabric, right? I've figured out what protectant is good for all fabrics. And we've been doing this for a long time. You know, my uncle's been doing this for 30 years, not for sneakers, but for other industry, which I can't really speak on too much unless I get his consent. But and I'm sure in the future he would love that. But you know, right now we're in the works of building this out to let people experience how good it is for themselves. You know, once they see this, it speaks for itself, and you'll be able to tell because, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's super dope.
So so you said your family was involved with this particular product. So was they a part of the innovation of it, or they bought into the patent?
My uncle specifically worked with developers who were already developing this type of stuff. And since he was in the industry that he was in, which is the carpet industry, textile industry, cleaning industry, he was able to work with them and let them know how the different products that they were creating was working.
Okay.
If that makes sense to you, because you can't create a product unless you have intensive testing that's really being administered by professionals on a daily basis, you know, and doing that for 30, 35 years that he's done it for, it's just the amount of clientele and people that he has done this for is, you know, ridiculous. So it's amazing because the chemistry, when he worked with the chemists, he would go meet with them and then go back into the field, into the cleaning field, testing stuff, you know what I mean? And so he was on both sides of the fence. And, you know, things like that, it's things like that that are hard to recreate. You know, this is something that has been developed through time, but people just didn't really know about it. And now it's time, you know, now it's time for everyone to know, you know, at least in this industry, what it can do to help you preserve your stuff that you spend a lot of money on, you know.
Are y'all teaming up with any other businesses like GOAT or, you know, any other distributors that sell sneakers?
shout out to goat.com.
Yeah.
Goat is incredible, man. I mean, I don't like to name drop too much, but I have some ties with a lot of very important people in the industry, and I think people are ready to get on board when the time is right. You know, I've been in the works with some artists. I have a lot of artists. I don't want to drop their names because I don't want them to get upset, you know, in case they don't go forward with what we have planned in the future. But there's a lot of hip hop artists that I've approached that I have relationships with, and I think that once they get on board, it's going to start going viral, and people will just get to see it more. You know, that's really what I want. I want it to get out there so people can see it and just experience it. It's something dope. It's something cool. It's something that if you got a crazy collection, you know, you're going to spend a little bit of money with us. That's reasonably priced for everybody. You know, there's a package for everyone. It's not like, you know, oh, it's too expensive for me. No, you can protect a $5,000 sneaker for $30 with me. So
wait, so here's what I want to ask you though. So, you know, sneakers is like $1 billion business. We all know. Well, for those who don't know, sneakers are and is $1 billion business, right? Is it any particular sneaker you cannot restore or clean?
Oof. Well, I definitely like to lower people's expectations. I think that's the best way to say it, right? Because I definitely don't want to tell you, Mills, 100%, I'm going to restore your Travis Scotts that you didn't have protected with me from day one. If you protect your sneakers with me when they're brand new from day one, then 100%, I would say, give me a break, 99%. Then I can guarantee something like that, depending on, you know, versus what I have in my disclaimer. There's certain things in my disclaimer that say anything can go wrong, you know, because there's always different types of dyes. There's always different types of paints and things that we don't know about. You know, we haven't tested it with hundreds of thousands of different things. We've only tested it with maybe, you know, 50 or different liquids here and there, but you understand what I mean. You know, you have to give it a point where you're being honest with people. You don't want to say, oh man, it's going to be, you know, 100%. But as far as restoration, it depends how bad your sneaker is. If you send me a used sneaker, I can definitely make it look close to dead stock almost 99% of the time, because I'm not going to let people send me a sneaker that is too past the point of returning. So I'm going to get pictures from you. You're going to send them into the company. We're going to speak about what the possibilities are before, which is really easy. You go right on the website. You just, you know, you basically say, hey, my sneakers have this. You send some pictures of them. I get back to you within 24 hours and you already have a quote and what your expectations are of what that restoration is going to be.
What's the website?
Kickreserve.com.
And yeah, don't forget, guys, you heard what he said, kickreserve.com. You can use the Buythedipshits code and get 10% off. And that's Buythedip21. That's Buythedip21. Get 10% off. And yeah, get to the business, because I'm sure when you're spending $700 on a resale from a sneaker that you cop that you wasn't able to get at retail, you want to protect it. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say.
That's definitely well said, Mills. I appreciate you letting them know, and definitely use that promo code. It'll never end. It'll be valid all the time. And show some love for Buy the Dips, because these guys are great.
What's your top three sneakers?
I said top. I was going to say top 5. You got to go with the top 5. Top 5. Go to kick. I mean, your go-to kicks. I mean, it's a must-have. Like, what is that top 5 or top 3?
Top 5, definitely Jordan 1 Chicago High. Second sneaker would have to be like Dunk Low Taxi, which is like from the old school days, you know. I don't know if everybody knows who that is yet, but it's SB Lows. I really like the old school Supreme Dunk Highs in red. Those are definitely a classic for me. I have a pair. I have all 3 of those, actually. The 4th sneaker would have to be Travis Scott Friends and Family, Jordan 4. That sneaker is just ridiculous. I love it so much. I'm really a fan of like this, how the suede wraps around and how he's reinnovated the check and everything. I mean, it's just sick, you know. I love his kicks. And my last sneaker would have to be, again, the Jordan 1, the trophy room. That's like, I mean, you just got to have that sneaker if you're a true collector.
Right.
You know, I mean, Dunks
So
and
let me ask you
Jordans all
this. So yeah, Johnny Cash, let me ask you this. What is the most request of sneaker that you get to restore?
Ooh, that's a good question too. So far, it's been a lot of Travis Scott 6s, a lot of Mocha, Jordan 1 Mochas.
Really?
Tons of them. I mean, people, I've done about 100 orders since I started. So, you know, I opened up 3 weeks ago.
Damn.
And we haven't even
On
pumped any
fire.
Yeah, we haven't done any marketing yet. This is all word of mouth. This is also due to something else that I'm going to mention that's really important for the listeners and for you guys and for anybody else who's a sneakerhead and really wants to get involved into the community and learn how to get exclusive kicks like, you know, the new frags that came out and Supreme Dunks and stuff like that. You know, shout out to Miller Subscription because they are amazing. I mean, Max Miller, he's created this entire world on Discord that allows you to sell, buy, win amazing stuff on a daily basis. And the knowledge that you will learn about the sneaker community and the sneaker game from joining the subscription will just totally blow your mind. It will allow you to sell. It will allow you to make money and put money in your pocket instantly. I mean, I deal with thousands of people on the subscription on a daily basis. There's multiple sales that happen all the time. There's always more money to be made for all of us, you know, and you join a subscription like this and you think, oh, it's cool. You know, I might get some raffle sneakers or I might win a shirt from Supreme or something like that. But it's way past that. You know, knowledge is power and you have to be in the right place to get the right knowledge. You have to know how to get sneakers now. You have to know where to get them. You know, you can learn about botting and other really amazing stuff there. And, you know, that's our family. We treat it like a family. And family is everything to us.
I definitely feel like the bots took over. I mean, I definitely want to know. Do you know any information on that? Because I need to be part. I want to know what's going on.
I definitely do. I mean, the best way I could describe it is that, you know, everybody's running a bot game now. Everybody's learning. There's different robots that you can buy to basically purchase different things. And, you know, the professionals that do that, because I don't do botting myself. I'm not really into that. I'm more of an old school cat. I like to go to the store and get the sneakers when they drop, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
but everybody's doing raffles. You got to do a bot nowadays because you're not standing in front of the store no more. It's not first come, first serve.
No, it's not. It's hard to get the in-store releases, and even the in-store releases are done online now, where you have to have, you know, an application and you got to win that to get it.
Exactly.
But, you know, botting is definitely where it's at. So you want to learn botting, you can sign up to the subscription too, and learn about it. It's $23 a month. I mean, very affordable, you know, and that's Miller's Subscription. If you guys want to check that out, or the listeners want to check that out, you go on Instagram and you go to Miller Subscription, and that's it. You know, it's simple as that. You click the link in their bio, you sign up, and you'll see me in there. You know, I'll see you. You'll become a part of our family, which is amazing because you'll just have more ins and outs. And even if you just stay for a month and you leave, you're going to leave with so much knowledge, you're not going to want to leave. And there is not another place that's dropping Jordan 1s, Travis Scott's, Supreme Dunks. I'm talking about, they do giveaways every day for sneakers for free.
That's
Kids
crazy.
giving out thousands of sneakers, authentic, real, authenticated stuff. So, you know, these people are not playing games. It's really amazing. So that's a big part of what I do too, you know, because we have to discuss like how this all happened, you know, how did this come about, you know, and
so how did it, like, how did it actually come about?
Well, Discord is just basically another access point, just like Snapchat, Instagram. It's another community of buyers and sellers and people that are in groups for, like, you know, concerts and all sorts of you know, clothing. And I mean, there's so many different Discord channels. It's just a new wave of the youth, you know, because the youth is basically amazing. They take over in different fashions every couple decades. You know, we we adapt to different ways. Now this is the new thing. This is the new underground society of sellers and buyers. And that's why it's like, you scratch your head and you're like, where do I go to do this? Like, what is this?
Right,
what is
right.
this underground place? You know, but it's simple. You learn about it by creating the account, going on, and it's really a fun experience. You know, that's the best way for me to describe it. If you do join and you want more information about it, you could go to my Instagram. You could always, you know,
What's your
reach out
Instagram?
to us. Instagram is official Kick Reserve.
Okay.
So yeah, check it out. You see some great videos of the products, and you'll see a mashup of all the sponsors I deal with, some of the art that we do, some of the different stuff that we cross over, you know.
I know that there's a lot of you know, get fresh people out there that like to dress, that like to look nice, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's white shirts or whether it's like jeans or whatever type of fabrics that they actually, you know, have. Does that same solution would protect, you know, a dope white polo shirt if I was out somewhere on a yacht somewhere chilling? Can you put that on like a polo shirt and, you know, would that protect that, or is not, you know, you guys didn't design it for that as of yet?
Well, that just depends on the material. If it's a wool shirt, absolutely. If it's cotton mixed with polyester, you have about a 75 to 90% chance of, yes, it's still working. I
Right,
don't
okay.
know. You know, now white is, you know, white shirts are the worst, you know, but
Right.
yes, you would definitely have a better chance of having that sprayed than not. Anything that I spray, which is basically hats, clothing, rugs, special rugs like off-white rugs, custom rugs from Palace and all sorts of companies, you know, Bape that makes all these like exclusive rugs. So like stuff like that. And then obviously sneakers, you know, so you're dealing with a lot of different materials and different fabrics, but it all works the same, which is beautiful about this chemistry that we have. It's not going to damage it. It's not going to change the color of the textile. It's not going to change the feel of the textile. A lot of companies, you know, a lot of companies like Crep, and a lot of companies like Rejuvenator, the things that they don't tell you in their product is that will dry your product out. It will dry the fabrics out, and it will destroy the suede in time and change the color, which is, people see that, I'm sure, when after time goes by and they're like, oh, that's just normal because of sneaker wear. Not really. No, it's not. It's not normal because of sneaker wear. It's because it wasn't treated correctly. And, you know, we love our sneakers, right? You know, we pay $180 for a retail pair of Jordans that goes for $500 now. And it's impossible to get those $500 Jordans if you're just walking into a store, unless you got a connection. So we want to keep our stuff fresh, you know?
So in other words, you're the go-to guy overall. Like if someone want to make sure that they kicks and, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much fresh and they want to keep them fresh, they definitely want to go to Kick Reserve, in other words.
100%. I definitely take on any challenge. You know, I'm in this to make people really happy. I like to make people happy. I like to amaze them, you know, and I don't like to make people pay for something that's not worth it. You know, this is something, you know, you see what I put into the package. You get a special packaging that comes to you with your sneakers. It's not just, you know, or you get your sneakers back and that's it. You know, it's a whole thing that I put together for people. It's really special and meaningful, you know?
Yo, you really got to give people, man, his backstory, bro. When you was like, before you even started Kick Reserve and how you used to clean people's sneakers that was in like the neighborhood and how they used to, you know, kind of give them that story. Cause people want to hear like the grit or, you know, the come up from the dirt, like how you came up and, you know, how you used to clean other people's sneakers. And they were just amazed when they got it back. They couldn't believe that, you know, they was almost back, like you said, to dead stock. Give us a little bit of that, man.
Well, wow, man. I mean, that's way back when I was 15, man, my teenage years, the crazy years. A lot was happening back then. I grew up in New York. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. Grew up, you know, I grew up in like Flushing, Bayside, Jamaica, those areas. That was my hood, you know, and it was a dope place to grow up. I loved my youth. It was amazing. Everybody was having fun. It was just so much more real than, and not to say times aren't real now, but you know, when you're young, you're just you're in the moment more, you know, you're enjoying it more, you know. So it was really cool for me because I was in the graffiti world. I was a big artist back then. And I was also involved with my father working in the city because he wanted me to have a job at 15. You know, my family didn't believe in, oh, you're just gonna, you know, not work. Like I've been working forever, which is good because you know what? It makes you a strong person, you know, and it makes you realize early in life, like what money is about. You know, you got to learn a little bit about that. So I worked for my father and I'm sorry. I worked in Manhattan, in West 57th Street for him doing shoes. And he used to let me take all the expensive shoes and I would sell them to my friends. And, you know, my friends would always come to me with their sneakers and start giving me their kicks because I would clean my sneakers really well. So people would be like, how do you keep your kicks fresh all the time back then? And I would just, you know, I would be busting out like crazy like dunks back then, like always fresh, never like, and people would just be like how did you clean that? Like they would see me mess a sneaker up and then clean it and make a mint again. And so they would pay me, you know, pay me to clean their stuff. And you know, that was years ago, you know what I mean? But I never took it seriously, I guess back then, because there was no way to keep them fresh, you know.
But see, that conditioned you though. That kind of conditioned you from then when you was doing it young up until now. So it's like that kind of built what you have, you know, upon you.
Exactly. Well, I mean, what the funny part is I ended up cleaning high-end carpentry with my uncle for many years, you know, in my late 20s. And that really taught me how to clean fabrics the proper way. You know, so when I would come home from work, you know, and I realized like, oh, one of my kicks is like not looking the way it should. Boom, I'd be using my products from work to clean it and, you know, figure out different ways to just keep my stuff fresh. So like just naturally, like, and you're right, like it derived from when I was younger and I had that ability to want to do that. I mean, you know, you're good at something in life. Everybody's good at something. You got to find your niche and find what you're good at, you know?
True.
Is
you
a
said
lot of
you
your
was go ahead.
I was saying, is a lot of your customers are any of them women?
Oh, I definitely have a lot of female customers. Shout out to all the females.
Okay.
Thank you for showing so much love. Definitely. I mean, a majority of my customers are male because of the size sneakers that I sell and a lot of the size stuff that I sell as far as my sales go, because we also do sales and giveaways on the Instagram. And, you know, that's just a part of what we do. We don't stop selling anything. You know, we sell sneakers, we buy sneakers. If you think about it this way, if you're a sneakerhead, you should be selling and buying, because if you think that you're just going to spend all your money on sneakers, you're crazy. You know what I mean? You got to have some kind of hustle to flip and flow, unless you're just rich and you don't have to care about that. God bless you, you know, but people like me, I'm not rich, you know, we got to hustle and we got to keep pushing both different directions. So we sell a lot of sneakers on there. But a lot of my Kick Reserve customers are just half and half. Right now it's been like a lot of girls, a lot of guys, a lot of support. People love it. The girls really love it because, you know, girls love to keep their stuff fresh too, you know, and you know, they don't like to clean their own shoes. You know, nobody does really. It's a hard task. You know, if you got to leave it up to the professionals. We just ice them out for you. And that's it.
Super dope. I mean, you got the restore thing happening, right? So you got the restore and you got the cleaning. So when you say restore, you got to explain to the listeners, what do you mean by restoring? Because restoring, I thought originally when I heard it from you that you would take the sneaker apart, you would do X, Y, and Z to restore it, but it's not like that. Explain to the listeners, what do you mean by restore their sneaker via cleaning the outside and a little bit of the inside?
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, restoration is different. There's different types of restoration. You know, you have restoration like you were just explaining about how you take the sole of a sneaker apart, you unstitch the midsole from the bottom sole or from the gum sole, and, you know, you repair that part. You know, that can happen to older sneakers. There's a lot of repair and restoration like that, but that's not what we do. We do not do anything like that to your sneaker, because we don't believe in taking it to that level for you. You know, we believe in just getting the sneaker as clean as we possibly can and restoring it back to the dead stock condition as best as you can, because realistically, that's the proper way to do it. You don't want to paint your sneaker. You don't want to add something new to your sneaker. You don't want to really change the quality of the originality of the sneaker. You know, anything can be done, right? But we don't want to take it to that level. We draw the line at let's restore sneakers that need to be restored. Let's protect sneakers that are brand new and keep them fresh forever, period. If you're going to spend $30 on crepe every 3 months, you might as well spend $30 with me every 3 months, because I'm going to keep your stuff fresh, guaranteed. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, which product do you want to use? You know, of course, we are a service, you know, so it's not as easy as just it being in your own home. But, you know, you take that extra step and you just put your stuff in the mail. It's safe. You insure it and it gets to us, and we handle your stuff with love and care. You know, we really care about getting those packages out quick to you. We don't want to keep your stuff for a long time. A lot of restoration or cleaning places take weeks, months. That's not the case with us. You know, we're going to give you an estimated time frame, and we're really good with return mail, you know.
So give the listeners the process, right? I know you gave them somewhat just now, but the process of when the time, from the time that they log on and, you know, kind of go through your site and say to themselves, they want to send you a pair of sneakers, if not 10 or 15 of them. What's the process?
Okay, so when you go to kickreserve.com, you're going to click the top where it says start here. You're going to click start here. It's going to run you right through our disclaimer. And if you want to take the time to read that, you can. If you don't want to take the time to read that, that's okay. There's some important details in that disclaimer that tell you what we are not responsible for. And then after you get through that, at the bottom, when you agree to the disclaimer, it's going to take you right to my packages. You're going to see the different packages that we have for different types of sneakers, different types of rugs, different types of clothing, and hats. So the main, you know, starter pack, you have a starter pack that's $30. You have a premium package that's $50. You have a diamond package that's $75. Right now it's on sale from $100. And then you have the $150 restoration package, which is a full package. You know, these packages all come with different things, and you can go on kickreserve.com, like I said, and just look at each package, because it has a very detailed description of what I include with each package, and it'll definitely make sense to you. You know, you can also inquire if you have any questions. There's a questionnaire where it goes to us right away. But you pick these packages, you pick which package is good for you. We also have a hat package, which is $20, and that's to protect your fitted hats, Supreme hats, all sorts of, you know, nice hats that you want to just keep fresh. God forbid you're in the club one night and your ex-girlfriend pulls up on you and pours a drink on your head. You're good.
Yeah, crazy. Not a good look.
Not a good look, but you'll be protected. You'll be safe. I did a test run. I went out with a couple of my friends. We went out to, you know, some bars recently, not to really party, just to test out the kicks. I sprayed all their kicks. I sprayed mine, and we were pouring beer and pouring drinks all over each other's kicks just for fun, making a video. And people were tripping out. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, we were like buying shots and throwing them on our feet.
Crazy. Super crazy.
Because, you know, just to test it out, man. I'm going crazy with the videos.
What sneaks y'all pick for that?
Say that again.
What sneaks did you pick for that experiment?
Well, we were just wearing, I mean, everybody that I know rocks Jordans, basically. It's just
okay.
Jordan fest, you know. I mean, you know, we're all sneakerheads. My whole crew is sneakerheads, but I have a small circle, you know. We're getting older now, you know. But this is definitely a beautiful thing for anybody who's into protecting their assets, you know. Like I said, the most important thing is you pay money for something. You want to keep it alive for a long time. You want to keep it fresh. You don't want to let it sit in the closet and get yellow and turn, you know. So this is great. This is an amazing alternative.
So where does this transition to? The you know, from restoration to what's the overall goals? Like, what's the milestones?
I mean, the overall goal is to eventually, I want it to be where a lot of people are partners with us, so that in your community, you can service your community. And what that means is I put up information if you want to join my team, join my sales team. Right now, it's starting off as a sales team. In the future, it's going to grow. Right now, we're growing and developing into different restoration areas throughout the United States that are going to have different people that are going to be cleaning for me based on how well they can clean. And you know, I have a great team of people I'm already in the works with, but that's our main goal right now. We want to stretch it out and give people easier shipping options, easier options, you know, and that way I could start distributing my spray across the country, and it could be in different locations, you know. So that is really the first goal that I would like to really work on, just so we have more of a broad approach, you know.
Dope.
Yeah.
So what's some of the things, man, you're investing in, you know, these days, like, you know, being that times are a little crazy, a little bit weird, you know, there's all these different chaotic events that's happening before us. Is there any particular thing that you invest in your money in, like when you do actually, you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely.
Cool. What is that?
My top investments would be, number one investment obviously would be Nike products. Depending on what the sneaker is and when the drop is, there's an extremely great amount of money that you can make from reselling sneakers. We all know that. The question is, how many can you get and what are you going to pay for them?
Right. Absolutely.
You know, so that's the number one investment for me always, because I always have my eyes out on that. I stay away from a lot of designer stuff. Stay away from a lot of designer stuff, guys, because
so no
designer
foreigns.
stuff,
So no foreign
yeah,
kicks, none of that stuff you're saying.
it's not easy to, it's not, people don't want it as much as they want sneakers. They're not
Right.
even, you know, because it's not even hard to get, you know, unless you're talking about like the off-white Louis Vuitton sneaker coming out, the off-white Air Force One about to drop. That is dropping, and that is definitely going to be
what's the date on that?
Huge drop.
What's the date on that?
It's not announced.
Oh, it's not announced. Okay.
I might need your bots for that.
Take your phone off mute, Johnny. Your phone is on mute.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry about
that. Don't worry,
that.
I edited it out. I'll edit it out.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so I was gonna say, yeah, the bots. I definitely got somebody in Discord that could hook you guys up if you're serious and you really want to get into it. I got, you know, once you join, 100%, I got you. You know, I'll direct you right to the guys that do this every day. You can, you know, but you got to pay. You got to spend money on the bot. The bots cost money. They're not cheap. I know that. You know, but let's see.
It's a good investment, right?
Of course, it's a good investment. I would say that if you're going to be serious about it, then yes. But you're looking at about 2,500 to 5K investment for something like that. It's not cheap.
Wait, okay, let's rewind. So $5,000, right? Or $2,500 per se. So you're paying, how long do you get to use that service? Or is that just a one-time service to get a particular pair of kicks?
Well, that's another great question, Mills. I think it's once you buy the bot itself, like the program, because it's a program.
Got you.
You own it. You own it.
That's dope.
How long does it take until it gets outdated is the question. When is the next bot going to come out that's better? That's stuff you got to pay attention to. You got to really do a little bit of homework. And, you know, you do that by interacting with the thousands of people on the Discord that can help you with it. You know, they're doing this every day. You got to educate yourself a little bit when it comes to that, you know.
Right.
It's a different type of way now. But I mean, once you get it flowing, you're buying, like, you know, multiple things at once, and you have the ability to get a lot of stuff, which is great. You know,
I know what's coming, and what's coming is when you're going to take cryptocurrency and start buying sneakers with crypto. When that comes, I mean, I'm sure it's out there already. People are doing trades like that. You know what I'm saying? Taking their crypto to purchase sneakers or any type of goods. We know that
exactly.
There are going to be websites and stuff of that nature. My question to you is, would Kick Reserve be willing to take some type of digital currency in order for their service. I think that would be super dope. And not only would I think that is dope, but I think that, you know, you guys can come up and take all forms of payment, because all forms of payment meaning you can't lose or miss across the board. If somebody who don't have cash, maybe don't have credit, maybe don't have, you know, PayPal or whatever it may be, but they got crypto, is there any way that you guys gonna ever incorporate that into your site?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. When the site is fully functional, which it is fully functional now, but when it's fully functional to the way I would like it to be, which is, you know, probably realistically a couple months from now when we're developing it more,
Right.
we're definitely going to have every payment available for everyone. We don't want anybody to miss this opportunity. And crypto is big right now. You know, a lot of people like to use that form of payment, and they do a lot of trading and a lot of buying. So, right. You know, and I got some exclusive news I'll have to drop maybe in the future if we do another podcast again. You know, when this particular thing comes out to the market, okay, which has to do with cryptocurrency and sneakers, you know, you guys will be the first ones to know, because
that
I'm involved with somebody that's doing something big with that. I can't
sound
spill
like
the beans for
already,
them,
bro.
I can't spill the beans for them.
Uh-oh.
Man. I'm excited. I'm excited. But you guys will be a part of it. I can tell you one thing: if you join Miller's subscription, you guys will be the first ones to know about that when it does happen within a couple months from now. And this is the first person doing this type of crypto ever. So, you know, Get ready for something new to come to the game. And that's, you know, that's what we're doing. You know, it seems like everyone in the circle that I'm around and the network that I've surrounded myself with just amazes me with different new stuff they're bringing to the table all the time. You know,
that's dope.
So
with that being said, there's a segment that we do here on Buythedipshits, and it's called Healthy Nair. It's what health and, you know, the lifestyle of being able to want to be rich or wealthy. We merge those two avenues and those two streets together to bring you that particular segment. And JC normally handles that segment. So Jay, I'm gonna let you take it from here, bro.
This is a Healthy Nair segment. It's a lifestyle where your health becomes your greatest asset while giving you the facts on food. Harvard Medical School published an article on health regarding the dubious practice of a foot detox. Doing a foot detox, one method employs a special type of adhesive pad worn on the bottoms of the feet during sleep. Another approach is to immerse the feet for 30 minutes in a basin, sometimes referred to as an ionic bath, containing salt water, 2 electrodes that supply a low voltage electric charge. The purpose is to get toxins are allegedly drawn out of the body through the soles of the feet. The evidence and effectiveness: both methods claim to emit ions that stimulate the outflow of toxins through the feet. The pads contain tourmaline crystals, which are purported to emit ion-generating infrareds. The foot baths allegedly generate ions by running an electric current through the salt water. However, there is no scientific evidence that ionic changes in the environment can stimulate a discharge of toxins through the pores in the feet or any other part of the body. For that matter, promoters assert that the success of the process can be monitored by a color change in the pad or in the water of the foot bath as impurities are leached from the body. But the pads, which are impregnated with wood vinegar, have been shown to turn the same dark color whether they absorb foot perspiration or are sprayed with tap water. And the color of the foot bath changes because the metal electrodes corrode. Now, the risk are no ill effects health have been reported for either method so far. The cost is simple use pads average $1. Ionic foot bath sessions are available at spas for $40 to $50. Ionic foot bath devices are sold online at prices ranging from $85 to $2,000. So again, there's no specific scientific evidence or any type of peer study where this is a definite thing, but it's in practice right now.
So you already know, man. JC, thanks, man, for that segment. I just want to say for all those out there who's pretty much, buying kicks and footwear, make sure your feet, man, is on point, bro. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, them heels and you're not buying small kicks because they ran out of your size. So you decide to get some smaller kicks. Your feet gonna be throwing up gang signs. So make sure you straight and you focus when you're going to get sneakers, man. For real. Straight up.
Hey, Johnny Cash, I got a question for you. Another question.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. So right before the halftime segment, I heard you say something about you was a graffiti artist. What was your tag name?
Wow. That's a question. That's a good question. Well, I can't expose that because back in the day, I got in a lot of trouble. I got in a lot of trouble for graffiti back in the day. But my good friends, like the people I grew up with, they definitely know, when they listen to this,
know who you are.
They're going to laugh.
My man was hitting the trains. He was hitting the buses. He was out there wilding out.
I was wilding out. I was all city. I was in every borough at one point when I was young. I mean, that was my motivation. I used to love to go out to paint because it's such a great way to like get rid of your negativity, get rid of your frustrations. I mean, we used to go all out. We would ride our bikes all the way down to the city from Queens. We would go on the LIRR, the train tracks. We would do like the Brooklyn Bridge. We would do like crazy spots, and we would climb up these crazy walls that I would never even look at now. Now I look up, I'm like scared to go up on a ladder. I don't know how I used to do it, but
exactly. And you know what? You know what? That's the thing about graffiti, because the graffiti artists want to always go where no man can really go.
That's right.
And so they would. Yeah, whether it's the top of the bridge or whatever.
Yeah, and that actually leads to.
He didn't say graffiti. He said graffiti. I love it. I love it.
I know.
The graffiti, the art world opened up a lot to me. A lot of my friends continued doing it and built really great brands from it. I've watched people like Mears, who used to run 5 Points, which is the Fun Factory. There's a big art factory right there in Long Island City for many, many years with all the graffiti all over it. He was the administrator and owner of the building, and he operates a different business now in the city. But that was a great time. That when I was young, that was like everything to us. And now years later, another partner of mine, affiliate of mine named Fernando Leon. He's an amazing artist. You can definitely check his art out too on artisepic.com. Art is epic. And wow, it's so amazing to see people create art from sneakers. If you can definitely, once you look at the social media platforms I mentioned in this podcast, you'll be able to see some of the beautiful canvases that we've created. And it's just amazing. It's amazing to cross over sneakers into art. There's a lot of beautiful Off-White and Jordan art that we've been working on, and pieces that he has really put his time and dedication into. So, you got to check that out. Growing up in New York, art is definitely a big part of life. If you're growing up in the streets of New York like we did, and it introduced me to the whole sneaker world. It's like crossover. You cross over from one to the next, and you learn these steps. Like it's like different steps.
You got any customized graffiti sneaks you coming out with soon?
Man, no, I mean, I don't do that far. I don't cross over to the sneaker world. Shout out to anybody who's trying to do that. I'm not knocking that. There's a lot of custom artwork going on right now that's really, really awesome. But I like, I'm an OG sneakerhead. I like the real deal,
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah. I definitely love what I'm seeing. People are getting really creative. I mean, there is people like the Shoe Baker. I don't know the Shoe Baker, but he's heavy on Instagram. I've spoken to him a few times on Instagram, but I don't know him like that. But what he's doing with sneakers is unbelievable. I mean, check his work out. He's amazing. He's on Instagram too. But he's like incorporating different types of plastics and materials, and then he like permanently does stuff to the sneaker, you know, and changes the colors, and he does like all awesome stuff to him. It's incredible what people are doing now. It's really unbelievable.
Yeah.
The game has come so far, you know. So,
Yeah, I had a best friend that I grew up with. You could tell me if you ever heard of his name before, but his name was D. Ferg. He was like one of the innovators of redesigning sneakers. He didn't refurbish them, but he definitely redesigned them. You know, his son is a popular rap artist now, which is ASAP Ferg, but his father, D. Ferg, who I grew up with,
back in the day. I mean, those guys are legends, first of all, but that was before my time. I mean, that stuff is like, if you imagine you had like a pair of his stuff, like how much that would be worth right now.
Oh,
like
that would be a crazy, it would be a crazy NFT right now.
100%, man. I mean, another great thing to invest in is Supreme. You know, a lot of people sleep on Supreme, but Supreme is not to be slept on. And if you join the subscription I told you about, you're going to learn about how to sell Supreme, the right way to sell it. Because there's a lot of products that come out that aren't going to resell for a lot of money, but there's some products that are going to come out and they're going to resell for 10 times what their value is. So you get that for, you know, if you're lucky enough to get that for, for retail value, you're going to flip it and make an instant profit. And, you know, we teach you how to basically just flip stuff quick instead of sitting on it for too long. Some things you're going to sit on and some things you're not. You know, you're not going to sell a North Face Supreme jacket in the middle of the summertime and get the same type of money for it. You know, sneakers and all these things are all stocks now. You look at it like it's the stock market. It goes up, it goes down. Every day the price changes. If you look at StockX, you look at these other companies, the values of sneakers, the prices of sneakers are constantly changing. So if you keep a good eye on it, you'll be like, it's amazing. You know, you could get a pair that was $700 yesterday. It might be $300 today if you do it at the right time, you know?
Right. That's
So
pretty crazy, man. I mean, I'm sitting back, right? And it sounds like you got your hands in a little bit of everything. My question is, like, what are some of the other endeavors that you're embarking on or that you do other than, you know, Kick Reserve per se?
well, definitely right now I'm focused on Kick Reserve as the main, you know, as my main thing right now. But Miller subscription is definitely my second focus as far as income. You know, if you want to have a secondary income that you can do from your phone, no matter where you are, your office is your phone. You get paid right to your phone. You don't have to wait for money. When you sell stuff, you get the money sent to you right away. You're sending the package out later on that day or the next day. People trust each other. It's a family. You know, that's what it's about. That's what the selling community is not like on the outside world. You go to OfferUp, you go to eBay, you go to these channels, you see a million different prices for the same product. You don't know what is really the value of the product, especially if you're a young person that has no idea, you know, and then they're asking for like $500 or $600 for a pair of sneakers that really should be being sold for 300, and then they get mad because they didn't sell it. People get frustrated, you know, and they're like, oh, there's no money in this. No, you're just not doing it the right way. So this is solidified. The subscription is definitely my second and pretty much one of my main sources of income right now. It's really amazing how much I've been able to generate on that.
Do you think the actual sneaker store is better than the option of like online? Where do you think it's going? I mean, I know a lot of people still want to go in and try it on, but do you think the sneaker stores will be obsolete and then everything is going online eventually?
Eventually,
or
I would
still
say
place for both?
I would say that there's always going to be a place for both. You know, people don't realize this. Like, you know, if you go to Foot Locker still on a Saturday morning and you're one of the first people to line up, you get a raffle ticket. They do random restocks. They just don't tell people anymore because there's so many people getting hurt, getting robbed, you know, all the stuff that's gone down in the past decades over sneakers, you know, horrible stuff. Just people want to, you know, get violent over a pair of sneakers, not worth it. We've seen that in California recently, you know, God bless those people that, are no longer here because of that, so that's what it's like over that, that whole controversy. I think that's why the in-store game is totally different, but it still exists. So, I know ins and outs of it. You'll learn that, but 70% right now online is killing it. That's where you get it. That's where you're getting the, you got to get lucky, as they say.
Right.
The AI technology taking over, like you said, the bots. It's just artificial
going
intelligence.
hard with the bots.
Yeah, like people,
I mean,
regular people don't have a chance.
Shout out to like Sneakers app for trying to help people get stuff for retail. If you go on Sneakers app and you create an account and you're lucky, you can get some really good heat from there, but there's just so many people doing it now, so your chances are a lot slimmer, but you still post some stuff. And Nike's always solid with that,
I mean, I got a plug, right? So there's a lot of different, people out here in the sneaker world that is curious about crypto. They probably haven't, embarked on it, maybe touched it as of yet, and maybe afraid of it, or maybe not know too much information about it. But they definitely need to get the Buythedipshits freshman reusable crypto course on our website. That's www.buythedipshits.com. Get the course for beginners. If you don't know how to be able to get on an exchange to buy some crypto, or being able to send your crypto to and from wallets, how to be able to keep it safe or make money from your crypto while it's sitting, you definitely need to get this course. This course definitely truly would put you in position to change up your life in a lot of special ways. And this is not financial advice, but it's definitely something for you to look into if you're interested to learn how to be able to invest your money the correct way. Maybe you, the listener, can really get out there and buy your own sneaker store. Not just one sneaker, not just two, but a sneaker store. Learn how to do it. Learn how to be able to get with the wave. When I say wave, meaning the new thing, which technology is going to change up a lot of things that you know of today. So all this stuff, when you go take your cash and go buy things, no, it's just going to be a tap of a phone from, spending a certain type of currency or certain type of a token. Those things is going to exist. And things might just be no longer brick and mortar where you can walk into a store. It may be a special guy who's selling it, or may have his way where he can sell it to you, but you may need crypto possibly. So if you want to learn, once again, get the course from us. It's at buythedipshits.com, and it's a reusable course that you can always go back to it, interact with it. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to, the lingo, know the lingo, just like I'm sure sneakers got lingo and, certain terms like dead stock. I never really knew what dead stock was at first. And I love sneakers, but I didn't know what the hell dead stock was until I looked it up. Well, in this case, when you want to know something, our course teaches everything. It teaches everything for the beginners. All the new people who's buying stuff on Robinhood, Cash App, PayPal, Webull, that's not where you're supposed to buy your crypto. And I'm not going to give you no more juice. You want to know more? Go to the website, download the course, and get busy and take control of your life for sure.
That sounds interesting to me, man. That sounds interesting to me. I'm gonna take that course. That's a guarantee because I want to learn more about crypto. I definitely need to, just get that knowledge, just like I have educated myself with several things.
Right.
You got to do it. Hey, why not? What could I lose?
You want that in your basket, man, of investments for sure. Even if it's a small
you never
percent.
lose something you learn. You never lose something you learn. I tell that to people a lot. Some people are frustrated. You can't get frustrated. You got to learn and just go to then it's on to the next thing you learn.
Keep it moving.
That's it. I mean, hey, I've definitely learned so much from being around so many people that sell and the people that do the botting and the people that do all this different stuff. There's so much to learn. There's so much. When you think you learn, you think you know the game. It's like the game has changed tenfold. It's
right.
it's crazy now, you know, but
innovation, it happens all the time. It's always changing. It's always going to forever change. It's not going to stay the same is one of the reasons why I say what I say. Like money is not going to always be physical. You're not going to be able to run around and put a block of bread to your ear and be like, yeah, this is how the money is calling me. You put money to your ear. That's going to be the thing of the past. You're not going to be able to do that because it's going to be obsolete. So you definitely need transition. That's for those who believe in that, well, they're going to forever have their physical, you know what I'm saying, fiat cash. Dude, get with the program. And like I said, you know, that's for those who's listening out there who's very much well curious about, you know, these particular new technologies. Listen, we do this. We do this for real. We're not telling you to do it, but we are telling you, hey, look into it. Do your research. Understand it. You want to learn it? Get the course. Bottom line.
We're not telling you to do it. We're not financial advisors, but I mean, with the way this world is going, you got to open your eyes, see what's going on.
Right,
everything's
man.
going digital. Everything's digital.
Right.
Hey,
that's
we
right.
talked about bots and like, come on.
Yeah. Right.
So
you gotta put your foot in to be in it. You know, you gotta be in it to win it, man. That's it.
That's right. Don't get caught holding the bag. Don't get caught holding the physical bag.
Yo, that's a big fact. Don't get caught. He said it best. JC said it best. Don't get caught holding the bag, the physical money. You know what I'm saying? Because it might not be worth shit. Excuse my French. It might not be worth nothing. Make sure that you got some assets. You got some precious metal in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, in the back, you got some stocks. You got something.
You got some Travis Scott Jordans.
Yeah, well, all that Travis Scott Jordans, all the official stuff that people want. Hold on to it. And maybe
I'll tell you guys two more really good investments that make me a lot of money too, which would be probably surprising to most people. The first one is definitely Pokemon cards.
Oh,
and I mean, people have laughed at me about that, and I laugh right back at them. You could sell 5 cards and make a couple $100 in your pocket from every transaction. You know, there's a lot of money to be made, and that's cool because like another world, you know, a whole nother world. And then the coin world too. You know, you could have change in your pocket that's worth crazy money. I've definitely graded. You know, I grade cards, sports cards, Pokemon cards, coins. If you find the right coin, you find the right card, you find the right stuff, it's worth money when it's graded. A lot of people don't know that. So I'll help people out right now and understand that if you don't go to PSA or certain companies that you send your stuff away to and pay to have it professionally graded, you're not going to know how much it is because you don't know what condition it's in. You might think it's mint condition, but it might be a 9 out of 10 instead of a 10. So, you know, you could be sitting on a gold mine right now in your homes. You could have a LeBron James rookie card from, you know, whatever year from 2012 or 2011, and be sitting on ridiculous amounts of money. Kobe cards, all sorts of stuff.
But wait, didn't Paul Logan Paul Logan had like $1 million Pokemon around his neck at a fight or something recently? I think he was fighting Mayweather, if I'm correct, right? Is that Paul Logan or his brother?
Jake Paul.
I think Logan Paul. One of them had the Pokemon around their neck. That was a worth $1 million.
That was Logan Paul.
Logan Paul,
who's awesome. He's a great influencer on social media. He's done a lot of YouTube, a lot of different categories. He's been, you know, for many years, he's jumped all over the place too. Another entrepreneur, another great specter in that world. He definitely did a big trade with somebody, and that person had sold him a card that was worth a lot of money. He's got definitely some Charizards and some other types of Pokemon cards that are worth massive amounts of money. I think he might have sold some. I don't know if he sold them all or he still has one. But yeah, some of the original cards, you know, I wish we would have kept them. You know, you're young, you don't remember this stuff. When you're young and the stuff comes out, you don't know. But like, I just seen a Nintendo 64 game sell for like, what was it, like $2 million on eBay a couple of weeks ago, just because it was brand new in the box.
That's crazy. People don't know, right, that even these Funkopops, because I'm a big collector in Funkopops. I don't know if you know what they are. Maybe you do. You do. You know what they are, right?
Yeah.
They go up in value just like stocks the minute that they are freaking sold. They only have a certain amount of them. It's a limited edition, and they put out maybe like 5,000 if you're the first 5,000 to get them, or maybe they put out 10,000 of a particular
Oh yeah,
artist.
there's some particular ones that
It
are
goes
definitely
crazy.
Definitely.
Oh, I got some in my stash.
But that's a bigger, that's like a, just like the Pokemon world and the sports card world, because there's so many sports cards, you don't know which one, which set, which year is going to be worth money till you start looking them up. But certain Funko Pops are definitely, I've seen them go for some serious bread.
16,000 for a freaking SpongeBob SquarePants, man.
Yeah.
9 to 10,000 for Superman. Like, craziness over the top. And when I
just go to show you it's money out here.
Oh, it's money. It's definitely money.
100%. And
like
don't sleep on sports cards. People are saying like, oh, sports cards don't sell no more. Like, yeah, right. I just pulled the Derek Jeter out last week of my collection. I pulled the Derek Jeter rookie card out. It's worth like $750.
I got Ricky Henderson rookie cards, man. I got a little bit of everything. Man.
Yeah.
And
let me tell y'all something. I had 10,000 baseball cards of all the Yankees when it was Mickey Rivers, Greg Nettles, and all of those cats, and Vita Blue. My mom threw them away.
Goodness.
Thinking I didn't need them. Yeah, man. I had all of them.
Goodness gracious.
They worth millions now.
Oh yeah, there's mad money in that. And then my mom did the same thing with my GI Joes. She threw all my GI Joes.
Oh my God, you too?
I cried all of them. I'm a grown man. I swear to God, I don't cry a lot at all. Like, but I cried that day. I cried. I shed a tear.
Yeah,
I didn't know what.
GI Joes, bro.
All my GI Joes were gone. I said, I was looking for them. I was looking for them for weeks. I didn't want to believe it.
I definitely had GI Joes. This is probably before a lot of people time who's listening right now. Like, what they talking about GI Joes? But look it up, man. They was little action figures, man.
They know about them.
The real GI Joe figures.
Everybody knows
so much money.
Better.
Yeah, the collector's world is great. Right now, selling and buying is great for a lot of different stuff that people just like. Like sneakers. 5 years ago, the sneaker game was dead. Now it came back to life.
That's because everything was like, I think they were a lot of fake stuff out. So now it's like a lot of authenticity. You got to really have some real inventory.
Yeah, because the companies are doing it.
I don't think people were really appreciating the culture of sneakers, to be honest with you, for a long time. Like, it fell off, and now it's just the generation we live in now. We appreciate it more because we understand it more, and that's what comes with that, because the old school generation, even though we're all mixed, we're like a part of the old and a part of the new. So we're like crossed over. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we got to see both. But if you're young, you don't know what it's like to be in the old school.
So Johnny, check this out. I noticed that a lot of the sneakers that you probably revitalized are pretty much like basketball sneakers. But what about somebody want to send you like some old track sneakers that was like classics back in the day? The nylon, a little bit of suede on it.
Oh, I mean, I'm up for the I'm definitely up for the challenge of that. I definitely like working with old sneakers better. The reason why is because the material. Oh, really? The material on the old sneakers is, in my opinion, 10 years ago, Nike was not using the same manufacturer they are now in China. It's facts. They use a cheaper type of leather, a cheaper type of suede. Some of it probably isn't even really suede, because who knows what they're cutting it with? Who knows what the real material is? Something can look like suede and be ultra suede, which means it's not suede. It's a completely different thing. It's washable and everything like that. So cheaper fabrics that they use. I prefer to work on older sneakers that have the real fabrics, because I know what I'm up against. If somebody spills coffee on their shoe and it left a coffee stain, I know how to remove that because I've been in that industry. So I know how to remove the coffee stain, but I don't know how to remove the coffee stain. Really, I'm guessing and I'm trying if it's not a real fabric, if it's not 100% guaranteed to be, and nowadays most new sneakers are facts, just not.
Right, because they had different kind of suede back then. They got the cow suede, then the pig suede, then you got deer skin suede. So suede, covers like a lot of different ground.
Oh yeah, better made stuff. I mean, back in the day, it was just stuff was way better made. Nikes were way better made. You could tell because when you wear your sneakers, the sole will wear out on the back of your Jordans quicker. The rubber dissipates quicker. You know what I mean? Like the wear and tear on your sneakers goes quicker now. I've noticed. Maybe I just use my sneakers a lot. I love wearing my sneakers. So I mean, I I wear a lot of crazy nice sneakers out all the time. People are like, "You're crazy," like but whatever. You only live once.
What else
You
you
gotta
supposed to
wear
do
it.
with them? Look at them. Like,
Right.
So you also you also restore the sole as well. Like if the sole is run down and everything, you restore that as well.
No, if the sole is run down, if your sneakers run down, I'm gonna let you know. So I'm gonna save you money. I'm not gonna let you spend money with me if. I'll let you spend money with me, no problem. Like somebody might be like, "Hey, I really love the sneaker. I know it's beat up so bad, but I want you to just do your best to make it look the best." I'm going to bring it back to life and make it look the best, but I'm not going to alter or change anything on the sneaker. I don't want to go there because I don't want to upset people if they're not happy with the job. I don't want to have problems like that. And also have to hire a lot more people for that. You have to spend a lot more money on inventory. This is a startup business, that I basically started from nothing, So, I mean, I have limited funds right now until, I have some things in the works. I have some investors that are talking about it with me. I have some artists, like I said, some rappers and some big DJs that want to get involved with it too. So I just got to kind of see how I want to play my cards with it, but it's too much to change and alter it. I just want people to understand something. If they have a brand new sneaker and it's sitting on their shelf and they want to keep it fresh forever, then they need to use my service at least once, because they're going to be very happy with that, and they're going to see why, versus a sneaker on their shelf that's not protected by me. You could just see it night and day. It's right there. People are amazed, truly amazed. People have been like the reviews. When I put my Google reviews up, it's going to speak for themselves because people are so happy, and you guys will be happy too. I'm giving all of you guys a free package. So you guys all have a free restoration package and a free package for new sneakers too. So you can send me 2 pairs each on me. One pair to clean, 1 pair to protect, and you can see for yourself what's going down, man. We're not playing games over here. We appreciate you.
Listen, I definitely gotta ask, because you know that fall is coming up, man, and we're gonna see a lot of Timbs and a lot of Uggs. I dislike Uggs. I'm sorry, and I'm sure they may want to sponsor us in the future, but Uggs, I just they're ugly for a reason. They Uggs for a reason because they're ugly. But do you actually clean? So a lot of women is gonna be like, "Yo, I want to know if he clean Uggs." Would you clean Uggs even though they're not sneakers? Or would you clean Timbs even though they're not sneakers? Like, how does that work?
That's a good question.
Or protect them in a sense. If you're not cleaning them, but protecting them, let's say that.
I want to stay away from nubuck. I don't want to go anywhere near anything of a product that has nubuck attached to it.
Gotcha.
The reason why is because they have some great products in the market for nubuck protection specifically, which is a little bit different from what I'm doing. What I'm doing can actually take the color out of something that might be nubuckish. It can. It's not always going to do that, but it can have a reaction where it's a little bit too strong for that, because that's a very raw form of leather. That's like leather cut down to the very brim. So as long as the UGG or the boot is leather, is something that I can definitely easily protect or clean. Sure, absolutely. If it's wool, absolutely. Suede, sure, I invite those things. But if something is nubuck, even if it's a sneaker that has nubuck on it, I'm probably gonna not want to go near it. Better safe than sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So I had to ask that because I know you got a lot of people out here, man, who loves their Timbs, who loves their Uggs.
Yeah.
And
it works great on Timbs.
Okay.
But not all Timbs are nubuck.
Right.
Some are and some aren't. And I can do more testing. I could always see, hey, maybe it's something I want to clear that hurdle in the near future, because I want to make it everything. I mean, it pretty much is every single type of textile. But trust me, you don't want to ruin something that you have that's nubuck, especially if you spend a lot of money on it. So I'd rather not frustrate somebody and for them to turn around and maybe say, hey, the the color looks a little lighter or the color looks a little darker. If I think it's going to give me any trouble, forget it. You know, I'm just going to wash my hands with it. I might have you send it in and do a little test on an area where it would be inconspicuous,
Right.
but, you know, play it by ear type of thing.
Yo, it's a lot of people who's like wearing Crocs, man. Did I miss something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even though
you
that
missed it. That's the new wave. Trust me.
I mean, it's like, you know, it's like being, you know, loving sneakers, and I haven't really went in. I bought a few pairs lately, but I didn't go crazy because, you know, I've been investing my money, which is, you know, definitely important. But the Crocs, man, I'm seeing so many Crocs. I live right next to a high school. So I see so many Crocs to the point where I'm like, do people wear sneakers anymore? Or is it just, you know what I'm saying, me?
Yo, bro,
it's crazy.
They are so comfortable.
I can't do
That's
Crocs.
what I'm
Honestly,
hearing.
I'm gonna go ahead and have to agree with you on that. A lot of the females I know are like, man, those are fucking ugly. Like, why do you wear them? Blah, blah.
Yeah, I'm good.
They're
I can't do Crocs.
Yeah,
they're mad. They are mad comfy though. They are. They're not really like a stylish.
Yeah.
Like some people like couples are rocking them. I'm seeing people shopping. Everybody's got Crocs on.
Yeah,
like I feel
I'm
you.
good, bro. We're
But
not working
good
at
on
the
that
doctor.
Too. I'll stick with the Yeezys. The Yeezy slides are boss.
Something. You know what I'm saying? We can't do. I mean, listen, to each his own though. Let me not discriminate. Those who want to wear Crocs, hey, you know, do you get right? You know what I'm saying? But I just can't see myself because it's just so, maybe because I'm an older head. Most young kids look at me as an old head, but you're an old head. You don't know what's popping. See, but I do know what's popping, but that wouldn't be it for me. You know, that is to each his own when it comes down to
100%. I mean, I got two pairs. I'm not gonna lie. I got the Space Jam
yeah.
ones.
I'm gonna do me. I like it.
They're dope. The Space Jam ones are dope. And the Bad Bunny ones are fire. The Bad Bunny ones in all white and the Space Jam ones in blue. The Galaxy type looking ones. Like they look dope. They don't even look like Crocs. But like if you're rocking them with some dope socks, they really don't. Like you would be like, at first you would think they were sneakers, you know? But aside from the exclusive ones, I'm not rocking no regular. No way.
Yeah. I got the joint where they got new buck on it.
Ooh. Damn, I like that. I like when they start bringing out the textiles though, you know?
They going hard. They going hard, man.
They going hard. Crocs are going hard.
I actually love it. You know what I'm saying? I love the conversation. Not Crocs. Let me clear that up. let me say this, man. I mean, it's been absolutely like a pleasure, you know what I'm saying, speaking with you. Is it anything that you want to throw out there that we miss that maybe you want someone to know about, you know, what else that you got going on, like I said earlier, other than, you know, Kick Reserve?
Man, no, just stay positive. Everybody stay happy, you know. This company was really built to bring people together. You know, you have a chance. If you want a job, you can go on the website. You can become a seller in your area for this service, and you can make a percentage. And, you know, there you go. An opportunity for some people to make money if they don't have anything to do. You know, you got to stay motivated. That's the number one thing. No matter what you're doing, just stay motivated. When people beat you down or life beats you down, you gotta bring yourself back up, and you just got to keep going. That's what we're here for. You know, we're here to live and to spread our knowledge to each other so we can continue to grow as a community. So, you know, Kick Reserve is just a start, a door opener for the entire different communities to come together. Because once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, there's other stuff attached to it, you know, and maybe you'll run into those channels, you know, but definitely pay attention to my social media. It's growing very rapidly from the month or two that it's been up, and it's going to get pretty serious. You know, there's going to be more videos. There's some great tutorial videos on there showing you what we do, how we spray stuff, how a package comes into our warehouse, and how we handle your stuff and have care for it, you know? So that's the most important thing to me right now. I want people to know that they can protect their stuff. And also, if they're interested, they can make some money too.
Listen, drop all of your social media where they can find Kick Reserve, just so they know and they're aware, you know, how they can get in contact with you.
That just go to Instagram and pull up official Kick Reserve, and you can look through the page and see the awesome videos and see some of my sponsors, my affiliates, And then you could also go to kickreserve.com, which is the website. If you don't want to wait, you don't want to hassle, you don't want to deal with me or nobody else, just go and order your package. And don't forget to use the promo code for What the Dips 21. So you can get that 10%.
Is Buythedipshits BuyTheDip. Buy the Dip 21. The number 2, the number 1, 21. Buy the Dip 21. Get the 10% off. The 10% off can save you some bread.
Can I give a big shout out to some of my sponsors, Mills? Is that cool? Yeah, so yeah, man, I definitely would love other people to check out, as I was saying through the conversation, artisepic.com. You're going to see some awesome art. If you want some promo codes for that, you can contact me right directly on the Instagram, artisepic.com. Check that website out, for all you artist fans out there. Shout out to Brian Perry, who owns Billionaire Hemp Wraps. He's a big sponsor of mine. He's dealing with artists like Little Yachi right now, trying to bring them to the table for us, and other people that I've been connected with him in the industry for a very long time. He's a great person. And the product, Billionaire Hemp Wraps, is great for you. It's better for you than smoking a Philly or a Dutch. You know, we got to keep ourselves healthy, people that smoke. But, you know, you could check out those products, Billionaire Hemp Wraps. They're pretty much in every store, in every state, and everywhere. They're all over. He's killing it. So shout out to him, and thank you for him sponsoring us, what we do. And of course, Miller Subscription, you know, definitely a pioneer. This guy, Max, is no joke. Do not sleep on him. You guys should all definitely look into this subscription. And I would definitely never direct anybody that's to something that's not going to be worth your time. You know, time is money, and you will see right away that if you get involved with the channels that I am involved with right now, you're going to just have more opportunities right on your lap.
That's super dope, man. You know, I know you said Little Yachi, but for those who's listening, he was saying Little Yachty, right? Correct, right? Little Yachty?
Correct. Little Yachty. That's right.
Little Yachty.
Shout out to Brian Perry, Little Yachty. So I apologize.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just wanted to make sure I clarify that just so they know who he was talking about. Definitely, man. I just want to drop some jewels and give some closing words of my own by, you know, a lot of people who's listening who want to start kick companies or, you know, cleaning companies or whatever you may want to start. Make sure you go out and get your domain name, man, from like GoDaddy, and you know, get a website developer to help you design your website, and you know, get your LLC, you know, start your business, do the right thing. So therefore you can conduct business where you know, you're protected, you know, and stuff of that nature. And most importantly, you know, don't give up on your dreams, you know, push yourself to limits, you know, that you probably never did before. And give yourself a chance and a shot. You know what I'm saying? Even though somebody may tell you it's not cool or it ain't gonna work for you, you know, take a look at us, By the Dip. Take a look at Kick Reserve, Johnny Cash. Take out a lot, you know, just take a look at those people who's really pushing the envelope and get into the business. So it's not like you can't do it. If we're doing it and we stepped out our own way, you guys can do it as well. JC, D. Lamage, any closing words?
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming on. It was good talking to you. I'm definitely gonna get with you with the bots because I'm interested. I got a whole bunch of Yeezys. I buy sneakers, but I just sit on them. I'm ready to probably make some
sure,
moves
man.
eventually.
For sure. I can't wait to link up with all you guys. We'll definitely
I just
do some
followed
networking
you too. That was me that just followed you. Official Kick Reserve, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was me.
I'm gonna follow you guys all back right now, and take advantage, please, of the packages I'm gonna give you guys, so you can test it out and see this is something different. You know.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You on speed dial. Trust me.
Let's
You know
go.
what I'm saying? You on speed dial. JC, closing words? I guess not.
Yeah, it was a pleasure having you, Johnny. And hopefully, you can't hear me?
Man.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you now after the long latency. But go ahead.
No, I was talking. But yeah, Johnny, it was a pleasure having you, man. Looking forward to continue doing business with you. And hopefully in the near future, you change from Johnny Cash to Johnny Crypto.
Facts. Big facts.
Big facts, man. Pleasure being here with you guys. Thank you all for having me. Thank you both. And thank you, Mills. You guys are incredible.
Absolutely, man. This been another episode of Buythedipshits.
Bitch.